Have you ever stopped and wondered how your brain actually works? I mean, how does it take all the stuff happening around you and turn it into, well, you? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of how your brain builds your entire world, one signal at a time. So let's start with a big question. How does something that happens out there, like a flash of light or the sound of a guitar, become a real thought or a feeling in here, inside your head? It's like a magic trick, right? Well, it's not magic, it's biology. And we're about to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it's done. All right, we're going to start at the very, very beginning. We're talking about the first moment a signal from the outside world even gets noticed by your body. This is step one, long before your brain even knows something is happening. So meet the superstars of this whole operation, your sensory receptors. The absolute best way to think about them is like millions of tiny detectives scattered all over your body. And each detective has one job, to spot a change, any change, and report it upstairs immediately. They are on the case 24/7, making sure not a single clue gets missed. Now these detectives are total specialists. They each have their own beat. Chemoreceptors, they're the taste and smell experts, sniffing out different chemicals. Pain receptors are your emergency first responders, yelling when there's any damage. Thermoreceptors are like little thermometers, telling you if something's hot or cold. Mechanoreceptors feel pressure and movement, everything from a tiny poke to a big hug. And finally, you have photoreceptors, the light specialist in your eyes. Each one is perfectly tuned for its specific job. Okay, this is a super important idea to get, the difference between sensation and perception. Sensation is just the raw data. It's the detective calling in and saying, got a signal from the ear. That's it. But perception, whoa, that's where the magic happens. That's your brain taking that boring signal and turning it into a whole story. It's not just a sound, it's your favorite song, and now you want to dance. Sensation is the what, perception is the so what. And all these detective cells are organized into two big teams. First, you have the general senses. Think of this as your all-over security grid. These are the receptors for touch, temperature, and pain, and they're everywhere, from your fingers to your toes. Then you have the special senses. These are the elite squads, the experts, all located in the command center, your head. We're talking taste, smell, hearing, and sight. So let's zoom in on those general senses first. We're going to look at that amazing organ that's always in contact with the world, your skin. It is absolutely jam-packed with different kinds of detectors. Just look at this. Your skin isn't just one thing. It's like a building with different sensors on every floor. Right near the top surface, you've got the receptors for super light touch, like when a feather brushes against your arm. Then, if you go a little deeper, you find the guys that respond to heavy pressure and vibrations, like when you feel the bass from a speaker. It's this incredible layered system that lets you feel the world in so much detail. Now, for a sense we all know, pain. And I know, we think of pain as a bad thing, but in reality it's one of your body's most important superpowers. It's not the enemy, it's your personal built-in alarm system. It's your body screaming, hey, watch out, something's not right over here and we need to deal with it now. Seriously, without pain, we wouldn't last very long. And get this, pain actually travels along two different highways to your brain. You've got the fast pain fibers. Think of them like a super fast internet cable. The signal is insulated so it travels instantly. That's the sharp, ouch, when you get a paper cut. You know exactly where it is right away. Then you have the slow pain fibers. They're more like a winding country road. The signal moves slower, delivering that dull, throbbing ache you feel from a sore muscle a day later. That's why one injury can feel both sharp and achy. All right, let's head up to the command center and check in on those special agents in your head. Smell and taste are an awesome team of chemical detectives, but right now, we're going to focus on the incredible piece of engineering that turns vibrations in the air into the world of sound, your ears. Take a look at this. The ear is so cool. It's split into three parts. You have the outer ear, which acts like a big funnel to catch sound waves. Then those waves hit the middle ear where the three tiniest bones in your whole body vibrate and make this sound even stronger. Finally, the vibrations reach the inner ear, and that's where the real magic happens. So let's follow a sound wave. Ready? First, it gets caught by your outer ear and makes your eardrum wiggle. Second, those tiny bones amplify that wiggle. Third, the last little bone taps on the inner ear, sending the vibration into a fluid. Fourth, and this is the amazing part, that moving fluid makes thousands of microscopic little hairs bend and sway, just like seaweed in the ocean.
And fifth, that simple bending action is what creates the electrical signal that your brain understands as sound. Isn't that wild?
And this is a close-up of the absolute heart of the operation. Deep inside that snail-shaped part of your ear, you have these little hair cells. You can think of them like the keys on a piano. Different sounds make different hairs bend, and that's how your brain tells notes apart. These tiny, tiny things are the bridge between the physical world of sound and the electrical world of your brain. And now, for the main event, let's talk about our most powerful and complicated sense, vision. This isn't just about seeing. This is about how your brain builds a 3D, full-color movie of the world from nothing but little particles of light. Your eye is basically a super advanced biological camera. Light comes in through the cornea, which is like the front window. Then the lens focuses that light, projecting a sharp, but get this, upside-down image onto the retina at the very back. The retina acts just like the sensor in a digital camera, ready to capture the picture. And that retina has two special types of light-detecting cells. Let's call them the night crew and the day crew. The rods are your night crew. You have over 100 million of them. They're super sensitive and let you see in really dim light, but they can only see in black and white. Then you have the cones, your day crew. They need a lot of bright light to work, but they are the ones that give you all the sharp, beautiful colors of the world. So once the rods and cones do their thing, the signal zips down the optic nerve from each eye. Now, look at this cool X-shaped spot right here. This is where something amazing happens. Some of the information from your left eye and some from your right eye cross over to the other side of the brain. This crossover is the brain's secret trick for creating 3D vision. By comparing the two slightly different pictures from each eye, it can build a single three-dimensional world for you to see. So we end up with this really mind-blowing thought. Every single thing you've ever seen, heard, or felt was really just a pattern of tiny electrical signals being interpreted by your brain. The entire world you experience is a story that your brain is telling you based on the clues it gets. Which makes you wonder, if your brain is the one building everything, what is reality?